This is the Infiniti Q50, which is the replacement to the G Series and the BMW 3 Series rival. It goes on sale at the end of September. It's the first Infiniti to be designed with Europe in mind, so let's see what our readers think.
I've never been anywhere near an Infiniti before, I've got to say, but I've had plenty of experience of Nissans, and it's another world, to be honest. It's really, really nicely put together in here. A surprising amount of room, but the materials all work well together. They're very nicely chosen. They seem robust. It feels extremely solid and well put together, but without being heavy. I've been prodding around in here to try and find a cheap glitch, any evidence of cost cutting. The only things I've found are the rear ashtray, and in this armrest here, that is a bit floppy and low rent. But everything else, I love this kit here as well on the design on the door. So yeah, it's a lovely looking car. The two touch screens, I think, for me, who, 6 months I've had a smartphone and I still can't operate the thing, which I wouldn't want to be doing on a motorway in this. So I think for me, I might prefer something a little less techy.
Well, I quite like the look of the car. It does have quite an imposing road presence, like a performance car rather than just a 5-seater, 4-door saloon. Think out of the box a little bit and get something that's not one of the standards that everybody goes for. Being able to adjust the feel of the steering and the sharpness of the automatic transmission changes and things like that are quite good, and being developed by two of the world's best racing drivers and being signed off by a multiple world champion probably comes quite well across. And it is useful to have things like technology for preventing rear end collisions, preventing drifting out of lanes and things like that, so it would be very useful. I think it would be really good to be able to fully integrate things like iPhones or smartphones, not necessarily iPhones, so that we'll read out text messages, so you can do things that are necessary for communications on the go, but without having to take your eyes off the road or work things with hands. But yeah, I'd certainly consider buying one, and it's just something different from the usual suspects.
What I particularly like about the Q50 for the class of car that it is the room that there is inside, and that even in the back seat, even though it's got a fairly sloping roof, there's plenty of headroom. I think it could compete potentially with the 5 Series, certainly with the Lexus GS or with the hybrid system, because you've got the same sort of size engine, you've got slightly better performance than the Lexus has. It seems to be in between those two different size ranges, in a sense of what capacity the car has got and performance-wise as well. This is significantly cheaper, provides slightly more performance, probably more dynamic than the GS, Lexus GS, and I think is a comparable sort of vehicle.
I like the flowing lines of the outside. They've managed to give it a good sweeping appearance without too many creases and bumps compared to others. I knew the interior would be quite plush, but I think I've been impressed by the finer details of the interior. Everything you touch feels quality. Many of the knobs and switches are all clearly bespoke and have a nice feel to them, a nice machined feel to them. The look of it is good, from all angles. There's no difficult sort of 3/4 view, so I think it has a lot of presence. The technology is appealing so long as it's intuitive. There's really a choice of 3 screens in there now. You can display information on the 2 on the center console and the 1 between the dials. As well as that, there's quite a lot of dynamic technology around how you set up the steering and things. I think once you've got the idea of how to set it up, it'll probably be okay. I need to drive it to see how this technology feels on the road. But other than that, very impressed by the quality of it. So yeah, I'd buy one.
The Q50 is the first Infiniti to get a diesel engine. It goes on sale in September, starting at £27,950. We're yet to drive it, so check back at whatcar.com for updates.